Alright, how you guys doing? Try to keep this real quick and simple. This is my stroke V8, Ford V8, 302 base engine, GT40P engine, stroke board and stroke. Okay, I have 2100 carb on it, 2 barrel. I have an HEI distributor with a Ford oil drive gear. I have the original pulley setup that's off a 93 F150 with a 302 in it. Single drive belts. This alternator also will bolt on to a 302 F150, but this alternator comes off a full range, of course. Bolts right up to the bracket. 3G alternator. 50 ounce imbalance balancer. Have a 50 ounce 164 tooth flywheel off F150 as well, with a 10.5 inch clutch. I'm going to put an 11 inch clutch in here. It has a hydraulic throwout bearing in it. My clutch master comes off a Honda Civic manual. Installed. Also with the pedal. Comes off a Honda Civic. I have a upgraded 6-speed T6, T5 upgrade to a T6. Comes out of SN95 V6. The bell house is also from a V6 SN95. So it will work with a 302 V8. You just have to get a V6 starter. It's a V6 starter. Starter actually went out on me, so I bought a brand new one and put in probably tomorrow. With my relay wire, I have an in-tank fuel pump. This is my relays I'm using. This wire right here, yellow wire, is signal wire to the relay. This black wire right here, this black wire with the yellow wire runs to the what powers up the ignition coil with key on. This wire right here goes down back. This yellow wire goes to power to the fuel pump. This white wire goes over to ground. And the blue wire right here goes right here to the hot side of the battery. That's all you gotta do. And then you have a running fuel pump and key on. And it cuts off when you cut the car. You're also going to need a regulator, fuel pressure regulator, if you're running in-tank fuel pump, of course, to prevent fuel boil and shit, vapor lock. Also, you want this relay to have a gauge on it and a return line on it. So you need to have a receiving line and 2 other exit line ports, one for the carburetor and one for the return line back to the tank. I'm running electric fans, so I have my electric fan sensor, cooling temperature sensor right here to get signal to cut the fans on at a certain temperature. Has a small breaker, circuit breaker. Also have headers on here. I was able to get headers in very tight, very tight. I was able to get the header in from the top over here on the passenger side. Drive side to go up under the car. Had to massage the header a little bit to get it in, tilt the engine a little bit, but I got it in. Got to take that out to remove spark plugs. On the passenger side, spark plugs can easily be removed. Have 8/8 rear end posse track, 373 gears in it. Let's see if I can get up on there and get that. My bad, you guys. Fucking spiders up on there. I'm converting to disc brakes on the back. I still have drums. It's the T6. interior of the car. Yeah, man, you gonna get this thing right. I had to go through the wiring and shit, but other than that, if you want to get a V8 and a V6 chassis car, this car came with an inline 6 250 V6, and this is a V6 frame, so it has no provisions really for a V8. See, cars only came with a V8 or a V6. This was the V6, but it should have a V8 in it. I'm using the stock F-150 motor mounts with the original frame mounts on for V6. All you have to do is take them out, make a few cuts. I wish I would have showed y'all the video of me fabricating this, but fabricate your own mounts, make a few cuts on these old V6 frame mounts and flip them. So you'll put the passenger side on the driver's side and the driver's side on the passenger side. See where I made the cut? And they fit. The engine sits flush. It will push the transmission back probably approximately 4.5, 5 to 6 inches. So be mindful. You might have to fabricate your cross member, and if you have the emergency brake cable set up like I do, with the emergency brake cable running across under the trans tunnel, you're definitely going to have to be mindful of that. Maybe there's a way to relocate that thing. This thing is old and kind of rusted, so somehow I'm gonna have to make that work. But other than that, this engine actually cranks over. It actually will start up and run. I have to fix the fuel delivery issue. It's getting too much fuel or not enough fuel for it to stay running. I also have a minor oil leak coming from over here. I have to fix that as well. But this engine will run. I also fabricated my throttle linkage. What I did was I got a universal throttle kit. Here's the part number. Universal throttle bagget from Spectra Performance. And it comes with the setup for a manual kick down and automatic. But I don't need a kick downs. I have manual transmission, so what I did was I fabricated this. It has a little slot, a square slot for it to go through, and this thing actually fit right through there. You'll have to cut off the ends and the inside for you to fit the throttle linkage through there, and then you pull it in. And it'll come in. You have to use a screwdriver and kind of pry a little bit and get these tabs to come in and keep it from backing out. And I just found one of these clips that I had. I was able to push it in there and lock it in place. But as for here, I had to get a piece of metal, and I just so happened I keep a lot of spare pieces. I had a piece of metal that actually lined right up with these holes. They just were small, so I opened them up, and I bolted it on. Have a sturdy throttle. Also, the throttle cable I've used is very long, coming off of F-150 as well. But it will work. See?